Dr. Walt Frazier to come up and give us invocation. Doc, yes, sir.
Thank you. Please join with me in prayer. Our God, as this team of leaders come together to work together to recap the past school year, to anticipate the coming school year and the celebrations, the opportunities, and the challenges that face this community in its effort, its mission to educate the children. We ask for your wisdom and your guidance, your presence, and your vision for the best opportunities, the best ways in which we can reach, guide, and develop children in this community for the future of Vicksburg and Warren County. We thank you for this grand opportunity and this challenge and this call to lead in the effort to serve this community in this way. And we just ask for your patience as well as your guidance and support. We thank you for so many ways in which you have blessed this community, and we ask that you help us to capitalize upon the momentum that you have provided for us. We thank you for so many gifts in our lives. In Christ's holy name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Dr. Frazier.
Thanks, Doc.
Is there a motion to adopt the agenda?
make a motion, we add an item to the agenda as presented, item J7 for certified personnel recommendation
Okay. J7.
and classified.
Okay. It's been moved and properly second. Are there any questions? Are you ready to vote? All in favor say aye. Opposed, like sign. Motion is approved.
I'd like to make a motion that on the agenda that we move the claims docket F2 to after agenda item I. And the reason is that there's items on the claims document that are in the consent area that may or may not get approved. And so it would just make it cleaner if we move from the discussion approving of the consent items and then look at the claims document from that standpoint.
Could we just pull the items from the consent?
If we pull the items from the consent and we decide not to approve those items were already approved when we approved the claims document.
Not if we, where is the claims docket on, hold on.
The claims document is at
Oh, it's
F2.
at the end.
Anyway.
The
that's
claims
my-
docket is after the consent, isn't it?
No, the consent items are in H and I.
Okay, so are you wanting to,
I'm
She
moving
wants to move it, period, move the whole thing.
from F2, item F2, which is the claims document, to after agenda item I, which is the last of the consent items.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second. Are you ready to vote? All in favor say aye. Three ayes. All in favor say no. No Sturgis. Motion is approved.
I make a motion that we approve the agenda now.
there one other change?
It was J2, we did not remove J2.
Yes, we also need to make a motion to table J2.
Table J2.
No, remove J2, table item F4.
What's J2? Hold on.
J2 is a duplicate. So we need to remove J2 and table F4.
I make a motion to remove J2 and table F4.
Moved and properly second. Are you ready to vote? All in favor say aye. Opposed, like sign. Motion is approved.
Make a motion we approve the agenda.
There's a
as now
motion.
stated.
Is there a second?
Second.
Moved and properly second. Are you ready to vote? All in favor say aye. Opposed, like sign. Motion is approved. Mr. Superintendent?
Oh, wait, do the minutes. Did we do the minutes already?
Oh, no, we haven't.
Approval of
Thank you.
minutes. Yes, sir.
Mr. Secretary, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Would like to approve the minutes that were did on May the 27th. Call me, you approve.
There's a motion to approve the minutes on May 27th.
7th.
Is there a second?
Second.
Moved and properly second. Are there any questions? Are you ready to vote? All in favor say aye. Opposed, like sign. Motion is,
So what, these minutes were,
We'll put those in there. There was a question for Briggs on there. We have the minutes, but there was a question for Briggs that we have to address. It'll be put in the packet.
these were from
But they-
March.
No, we had a special call, May the 27th.
Okay, but we have on our board,
Doc,
It was the personnel. We needed to do that one too. It wasn't on here because we had a question for Briggs, but we do have the minutes.
okay.
But we we do need to approve the April 24th as well, Mr. President.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what date it is, because it says
And also-
April 24th on here.
And also April the 24th.
Okay, you're on 24th and May 27th.
Correct.
Okay, which is the regular meeting and the special call meeting.
Correct.
Okay. And there was a second, so are there any other questions? Are you ready to vote? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, like sign. Motion is approved. Mr. Superintendent?
All right, I'll be very brief. First, we want to recognize some folks who are retiring and moving on, who have meant a lot to this district for a long time. And if he wants to come up first, if he wants to come up and say anything, we love him to do so. Mr. Wooten is joining the retired club after being a principal for 10 years at Redwood and in the district 27 years. So I want to acknowledge Mr. Wooten for his service to the Vicksburg School.
Y'all see I'm dressed down,
Ah,
but I wasn't at work today, I was doing some other things, but, I don't really have to talk, but I would like to address the board and just kind of tell you, thank you for the opportunity that I've had to serve here, 27 years. And I can tell you, anybody out there that hasn't been here long, don't blink, because 27 years goes mighty quick. I talked to my staff about the successes that we've had at Redwood and the other successes that I've had through my three schools that I've worked here. I've spent my whole adult life employed by the Vicksburg Warren School District, and I'm also a product of the Vicksburg Warren School District. Went here for 12 years, so my whole life has been here. Very proud of those things, but if I had to say, there's two things that I'm most proud of, and that is, number one, the relationships that were built with students and the faculty and parents, community, and everyone here. And the second thing is that I had the opportunity to stay here and serve children in the community that I'm from, and I had the opportunity to stay here the whole time, raise my kids here in this community, and my parents live here, so I was able to stay there and raise my kids around them, and also my mother and father. So, those are the two most things I'm proud of that. I thank y'all for that, and what you do for this school district gave me the opportunity to do that. And now I'm moving on, and I'm ready for the next chapter of my life.
All right. Thank you,
job.
Mr. Wooten. Also, I don't know how many, I think it's 7 years, Dr. Allen has been here. She's transformed one school and started the transformation of another. So Dr. Allen, I don't know if you want to come up and say something, but.
Not really, but.
She's leaving, she's just abandoning us.
So, this is year 19 for me, and as I close this chapter, I want to express my sincere gratitude to the Vicksburg Warren School District. I had an opportunity to serve at Vicksburg High School. I'm a graduate of Warren Central, and I tell people all the time, I have had the best of both worlds. I've been able to serve alongside some great educators, teachers, and most importantly, students. I see a student I just graduated on the 16th here, doing some job shadowing. And this is not a goodbye, it's a I'll see you later. Out there on the football field, I still got some babies, baseball, basketball, so I'll be around. But I'm gonna try something different. And I really and truly appreciate you all. Thank you.
Thank you. And I think Dr. Ross is online. Dr. Ross has been here for a while, our sped director. She's retiring, joining the retired and moving on. There she is. Dr. Ross, I don't know if you want to say something real quick.
Yes, hello. Thank you all for the opportunity to serve the children of Vicksburg Warren in the community. This has truly been a pleasure. I've gained some lifelong relationships and friendships, and the work that we've done in Vicksburg Warren, I hope that it will be long-lasting and that the children will benefit and that the children will continue to thrive and strive and do better as they matriculate through life. Special education is very near and dear to my heart. And I know that we've made a difference, and I'm just most grateful for the opportunity to serve. And I want to thank you all for entrusting the work to me and my staff in the Vicksburg Warren School District in the Office of Special Education. And I am truly going to miss you all, but I will not be a stranger to Vicksburg Warren. I love you all dearly, and thank you all.
Thank you. All right, a couple other things, board members. Our Department of Innovation has a lunch, learn, and launch with our assigned business partners on June the 4th. We'd love for you to come by and join them. It'll be at the Youth Development Center. I want to say, I think it's at 11. I'll send you all the invitation. And also on June the 10th at Warren Central High School's Culinary Arts Lab, they'll be having an event to talk about Department of Innovation and what they do for the community and for our business partners. So they would like to introduce and invite you all to that. Also, the state today passed our state funding, so we finally have a budget number from them. However, they did cut our state invested pre-K almost $1 million, which may mean 6 pre-K classes that we have to cut unless Ms. Hills comes up with that a bunch a bunch of that money back there, because we want to keep as many pre-K classes as we can. So we'll be keeping you updated on that as those numbers come in.
They change, at one time, they only funded schools that were creating additional pre-Ks. If you already had it, there was no money, but they changed that, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
So they basically cut all pre-K, or just our, I mean, how did they?
There were
how did
several
they determine?
districts, who got cut because they cut the formula itself. And then there were some issues in the formula, like if your pre-K didn't work with you, you would dock points, which could affect your funding. And your Head Start, didn't work with your pre-K. They docked you some points. Well, some Head Starts just don't want to work with school districts, so.
Why do you get?
I think that part of the formula is going away, or that part of the application is going away, but we're gonna try to figure out how we can keep those pre-K classes.
Okay.
Also, you all were there for graduation. Thank you for that. We got those students across the stage. We have summer camps and enrichment camps going on. We're planning for next year. I have a budget calendar to give to you for our adoption of the budget. And if you bored and want some training, we have 7 habits training by our leader and me on June the 4th, and our 4 disciplines of execution training on June the 16th. So you're welcome to come join us for those. And I did forget one other name. I don't know if Dr. Little is here, but Dr. Little was with the district for a while, and we'd like to acknowledge her as well. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Superintendent.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now make sure, next thing I have is the financial report.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Ready?
If I'm correct, we're going to, the claims docket has been moved.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I just go over the financials.
Okay.
Board members, on the revenues, I wanted to make point something out to you all. In April, you see our revenue collections are down. That's due to a reduced percentage in the ad valorem collections. Our last ad valorem check was about $565,000. And as of this point this year, we have only collected 85% of our ad valorem requests, which is, I'm worried now. We have a meeting with Jim Young, who you all allowed us to hire. So if we need to do a shortfall note, we can do that shortfall note so that we get all that we requested from the Board of Supervisors. So right now, it does not look like.
So it is just a collections issue?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And you verified this with them? What are the?
Yes, sir, we did. We talked to them. Typically, at this point during the year, we're over 90% where people have paid their taxes and we've collected that money. But right now, I'm starting to get concerned.
Some property for sale?
I don't know if that's what it is, but that's why.
We're gonna be buying some property for taxes, people pay your taxes.
Yes, sir.
So when you say talk to them, that was the
The tax assessor.
Assessor, okay.
Yes. Yes, sir. Any other questions about that ad valorem request? That's why the revenues are down. But by law, the law says they shall, so they
So
have.
what is the timing on that? Because technically, I mean, do we need, we're supposed to have received all that by the end of June.
Yes, sir.
So
You don't
will we
approve
need
your,
to have a special, when do we have to legally call a shortfall so that we can stay within the?
good question. When we meet with Jim Young next week, we will have a better idea, I think, on when we need to do the resolution. So I'll be reaching out to y'all because you have to adopt a resolution, and then we send it over to the Board of Supervisors, let them know we're claiming a shortfall note, and then they have to get us that, what our request was.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, yes, sir. Any other questions about that? All right. If you look at the expenditures, we were pretty much on target. We were a little bit less this year than we were last year. And our revenues versus expenditures, we pretty much spent what we brought in April. And our fund balance is still pretty healthy. We do, even though our revenues will slow down, we do have to run payroll for 2 more months, so that will go down. That'll go down a little bit as well, but we're still, our fund balance is healthy. We're still on target with what we projected. So we have not overspent in any area, which is good. We've been really frugal with that, but again, I am concerned about that.
Question about
Yes, sir.
the projects that we had started with the ESSER funds?
Yes, sir. So those that started back, we were on a call yesterday. They gave us some options on the ESSER money, 7.9 million. We could reapply because from what they've been finding out is they have been rejecting construction projects and only sticking to things that directly impact student learning loss. They will allow us to go back and claim expenditures from prior years. So we can go back and claim teacher salaries, custodial services, things like that, to get that $7.9 million back into the district. So Ms. Hills, Ms. Hughes, and all of us have talked about that. We've already got a plan on where we will go back and reclaim that money so we can get the 7.9 million, so we can, we'll be made whole on what we had planned.
So now I'll ask a dumb question. Is that guaranteed or just?
No, they
I
still
don't
have to
think,
approve.
they still have to approve it, and then there's an appeals process. There were 16 states who sued against the current administration, and the court made them, they got their money back. Mississippi has not joined in on that lawsuit.
Yeah, our state's not bold enough to actually.
We don't need the money.
That's $137 million that, anyway.
So I want to be clear to the public that when we followed the letter of the law, we
Yes, sir.
applied for money. When we applied for it, our projects were approved.
Yes, sir.
We started construction on the projects.
Yes, sir.
We have to pay for the projects, and then when they're completed, we get reimbursed.
Yes,
So
sir.
your federal government
Yes, sir.
changed the rules while the game was being played.
Correct.
Our district did nothing wrong, and now we're having to backpedal and reinvent the wheel to get money that is only going to benefit our district.
Yeah, correct.
It's ridiculous.
Hopefully.
Yes, sir.
And Doc, whilst you're on the statement of expenditures.
Yes, sir. Uh-huh.
I have a page 37 of 662. But anyway, it's the statement of expenditure fund FY 25. And if you'll go down to,
What page are you?
oh, I'm sorry,
What page are you?
37.
Is it, okay,
Must be on a different one. Revenues or expenditure?
hold on, gosh, dog.
Which is the special revenue funds.
I got you.
You got me?
All right, yeah, which page? Yes, sir.
37.
Okay. Hold on, let's see. All right, which line item?
It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. The fifth one, which would be, looks like 3026. Now, my accounting class, and I need you to explain to me, when they have parentheses behind there, that's not good. And I'm trying to see if we spent, looks like the note was like 16.6 mil, and it says 676,427. Is that money that we're holding, or is that money that we overspent?
Let me make sure I'm on the right one. Because I see,
You see it?
Under construction
No, I don't have,
funds.
I see 3026, I see a $6 million one.
Right here, 30.
Yeah.
It's not out here.
It's a limited tax note,
Yes, okay, is that the 6.8 million?
16.6.
Let me go back, Mr. Sturgis.
You see the, bond 19, bond 18?
A statement of expenditures, I'm sorry.
Yeah, statement of expenditure by
Gotcha.
funds.
Okay. let
And
me
this
see, I
is
was-
the,
I was on the wrong one.
oh, okay, this is the construction funds.
3026. The 672, 676, 427 in parentheses?
Yes, sir, 676, 427.
Gotcha.
Yes, sir, you're correct.
Let me, we had 2 limited tax notes, so I can get you that information first thing in the morning, because I can't remember. We had one that we found late that we were trying to spend.
Yes, sir.
So that, let me double check on that, and I'll let you know first thing in the morning.
Yes, sir.
I got you. I'll let you know on that one first thing in the morning.
Okay.
On the same report, I'm still struggling with athletics by fund 1180. Because also, if I look over here at the statement of revenues and expenditures and look at 1180, it's showing that the current fund equity is also negative. It's 126,
Are
but
you on the statement? Hold on, I'm
I'm
on
on 2 places.
the statement of expenditures. I got that one, 1180,
Okay, statement of expenditures where we've spent 99%, which says a budget, we basically have almost spent the whole budget of 684,000.
Okay.
Then if I look at statement of revenue and expenditures, I see that we brought in 317,000. I'm still confused on how. So basically, we should have over $1 million for athletics. But we've only spent 546, but yet everything says that the current fund equity says
Hold on
we're
one second, let me
negative.
get to 1180 right here. All right, there you go. All right. So ask your question again.
I know there's a process where we take the, revenue from activities and so forth, ticket sales, et cetera. And which, from looking at the statement of revenues and expenditures, is $318,000. Plus, we also budget the athletics department $684,000. So that's over $1 million, and they've only spent 546. But their current fund equity is showing that it's negative. So is it that this is just a cash flow issue here, that we haven't moved money
That,
to the right places yet?
that's right. Remember I told you when we were talking, we're gonna move money over to cover what they've expended, because we don't do that until we may budget an extra 150,000 for them, but instead of moving that 150,000 right then, because if Coach Lewis sees that, he's gonna spend it. We wait to see what they have to spend, and then we move
Okay.
that money over to cover it.
So next month, this fund balance should be positive.
When we close out the budget.
Oh, it won't be until we close the
Because he
budget
had,
out, okay.
he still has expenditures going, he got to recondition helmets, we got, summer ball and things like that going on, so, when he finishes doing what he has to do and we close out the books, it will be reconciled.
Okay. It's just gonna be tough to make sure that we're not overspending.
Oh,
Okay.
this isn't our first time doing it
It
this
is
way.
mine.
Yes, ma'am. No.
So it's, yeah.
And on that 1120 fund balance trend, the trend, the projection,
Yeah.
do you, the state of the Department of Ed with WWE leading us and cutting everything she can with the public schools, do we really think that our trend will go up?
No, not with that cut.
You know,
No, sir.
I was just looking at what we were showing here.
And they are attempting to cut E-rate, they're attempting to cut, SPED, they're attempting to cut, titles. They haven't said anything about child nutrition yet, but In July, I'm on our national governing board by two superintendents association, and we go advocate for public education at Capitol Hill. So I'll meet with our local delegates, Michael Guest and, all of those folks. I don't know if that'll make a difference, but with all of the cuts that they're making, I don't know how we'll maintain that, to your point.
And so the public also understands the percentage that we receive from the state and from the federal government through the state. There is no more millage we can, put on the backs of the public to cover these things. It will mean we are cutting services that we are providing to the
For our
district.
kids, that's right.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Services include.
Nothing like investing in your future.
And y'all, I'll tell you what, the child nutrition, I am worried about food costs going up and them not, because of the tariffs and everything, at some point, I think that will affect us as well.
I think you're correct, sir. Do we have any other questions? And the claims docket has been removed.
Yeah, so other than the claims docket, I make a motion, you want me to make a motion to accept the
Well,
financial?
we're just on F1,
Oh, I thought you said
right?
we had any
Yeah.
questions.
Yes, F1, all the financials, that's correct.
The F1 is,
Yes.
okay. Well, let's, thank you, Mr. Pratt. We're on, make a motion to approve F1.
That's right.
I make a motion we approve F1, which is accepting the financial report. I thought that's what I said first time.
Is there, it's been moved and properly second. Are you ready to vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Motion is approved.
Now, claims docket's been pulled. We're now down to 16 section lease release.
16 section release.
Release.
Yes, that word. I only have one question on F3, and
Yes, sir.
that's a 10-year, I believe it is.
Yes, sir.
And my question is, has that property been reappraised? Or
Yes.
is it has been?
It has been, yes, sir.
Okay, cool.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's all I needed to
Yes,
know.
sir.
I just wanted to make sure we were, and we've done it for 10 years before, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay,
And the law requires that you do it, the appraisal, at least every 10 years.
yes, sir.
And this is for,
That was on, Bobby White Calvin, $650. And we're approving, he's requesting, we're a 10-year lease.
and
Yeah, that's the one. Is that the one?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, that's the
correct.
one, 10
Yes, sir.
years. Yep. Yeah, that's the one. That's all I have. Does anybody have any questions on F3? If not, is there a motion?
make a motion we approve F3.
Is there a second?
Second.
Moving to property second. Are there any other questions? Are you ready to vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Motion is approved.
F4's been tabled.
F4 has been tabled. F5,
That's just a change of point of contact, you know, they change officers
Change
and
over.
things, I like that in those clubs.
yep, correct. Is there a motion to approve?
Let me
Make a
look real
motion-
quick.
Excuse
Okay.
me, make a motion to approve the change of point of contact on.
Second.
Moved and properly second. Are there any questions? Are you ready to vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Motion is approved. Was that 5 or 6?
That was 5, we're on
Okay,
6 now.
well, 16, timber.
So can I ask a question?
Yes,
here?
sir.
And I ask this every time we sell timber. Are we, it doesn't say, and y'all tell me where y'all see it, it doesn't say what we're selling. And we pay the forestry commission and required to use them. I don't like clear cutting, okay? And we just basically are selling something somewhere on section 1, T17N, range 4E, have no idea what it
It
is.
doesn't tell you if it's chipping, salt,
I'm not
pork, wood,
approving
none of that, so
I'm not approving this.
I'm good with that. I met with them, and they're supposed to start coming and giving you all reports, so I did meet
I'm
with
not
them.
approving this. The reason is, they don't tell us I don't see what the description of what you're selling is. If it's pine and you're clear cutting, I have no problem with that. But if it's hardwood, we don't know what we're approving here. What is the spec for what they put out to bid? It just says timber sale.
Can we make a motion then to move it to the next month's meeting?
Sure.
Can we do that?
I make
Yes,
a
sir.
motion, we
Yeah,
table
absolutely. Yeah.
the timber bid sales to the next meeting.
And we have to do it within a certain amount of time, because you know the bid's only good for a certain.
Really don't care.
But we'll do it when we do.
Really don't have to sell it.
I got you.
Really don't have to. Those trees are still growing.
Yes, sir.
They're gonna be growing a month from now or 2 months from now. I don't really care.
No,
We've gotten horrible service from the Forestry Commission. The years I've been on the board, we haven't gotten our money's worth. So, it seems like we're pulling teeth. We're supposed to use them as the expert. They need to show up and act like the expert we're paying for, because we paid their bill. So, I don't
Do you
care.
know what that timeframe is?
it's typically 60 days, but we'll get back with you then. I'll talk to you
Well,
all
they were
right now.
accepted on the 20th.
We'll be good. We'll be good.
Okay. So did you make a motion?
Yeah, I make a motion, we table, I can't see in this new, it's
F6.
F6.
Yes, sir.
It's been moved and properly second. Are there any other questions? Are you ready to vote? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Motion is approved. Project updates. Mr. Green?
Yes, sir.
All right, Board, in your package, you have our most recent updates. Most of these projects, I met with them last week. The fencing project, we actually met today. So we still have one punch list item for the asphalt paving, and it is at Vicksburg Junior. We have put some pressure on them to come and fix that. I do not have a timetable for when they will be here. Our multipurpose buildings, the buildings at Warrenton and South Park, if you have been by there, they are coming along really, really nicely. They should be close to being complete sometime in early July. The other two buildings are a little bit further behind them, Redwood being the next, and Bovina. It's looking like it's probably going to be right up against school time, starting back in August before they are complete.
Other than not having that ready, will it impact school operation? Is the construction in the way of anything, or?
No, not that part. Now, and I'll get to it in a second, the fencing project, it is on the front side of the building. The building at Bovina is on the back side of the building, and construction, we've been able to work around them all year. It hasn't really impacted traffic flow or anything like that. But I'll give you an update on the wall that they are working on at Bovina. So RCEC building renovation, it is on time. They should finish up that project here in the next few weeks. I did not go by there this week, but last week they were starting to put down floor, and restrooms we're probably 95% complete. We have a couple of mechanical things that we're working on with the sound system there.
So since we're done, since school's over, we're gonna be ready for next year. Can we stop paying rent on the trailers and get them out of there?
So the fee that y'all approved for that has already been paid up front.
Okay,
So
so
we
we-
actually have those like 3 more months before we
Okay.
have to make another
Okay,
decision.
okay.
But we're leaving them there until they give us a thumbs up to move in, just in case. But it should finish on time. They haven't run into any time frame issues on that project. The auditorium is complete. They are working on the change order to get us back the remaining money that was in that project. I want to say it was around $37,000, $39,000 that was remaining in that project. Vicksburg High locker rooms, they are in the punch list phase. I actually talked to Mr. Stokes today. He has not been able to go and walk his punch list with them yet, but he said they should do that next week. The fencing project, what I have here actually was an update from last week, but we had our meeting with them today. If you've been by Vicksburg Junior, the fence is up at Vicksburg Junior minus the gates, and those should be put in any day. Fencing at WCI, Sherman, and Redwood is set to start next week. And then bovina demolition on the huge hedge wall there has begun. And they are starting that process of getting that brick wall put in for us. So that is our updates for this month. No change orders or anything like that coming before y'all this month.
That's great.
Mr. Green, I
Yes,
would
ma'am.
like to set up a time to walk down these projects, maybe a couple of different days. I think one day would be
Yes,
enough.
ma'am.
And if there's other board members that would like to participate on that, please let me know, let Mr. Green know so that we can, I'll go carpool together.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We can set up a ride through.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Thank you. We're now down to the proposed consent agenda. Are there any items to be pulled?
H1 and H6.
Are there any other items to be pulled?
Yes, I'd like H13, H24, H32, H33, I6, I7, and I9.
6, 7, 9?
That's correct.
All right, I make a motion, we approve the consent agenda with the exclusion of H1, H6, H13, H24, H32, 33, I6, I7, and I9.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second. Are there any questions? Are you ready to vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Pose like sign. Motion is approved. I1, Mr. Dulaney, I just feel that you are ready for me this year, and I really don't even want to call you up because I know you're ready. So, Mr. Dulaney, please come up, and you know my question, so I won't even ask it.
Well, it depends on what you mean by ready, but I am certainly ready.
Oh, you stay ready, brother.
Yes,
What is the excuse me, Mr. Sturgeon, I don't know, what's the question?
Oh,
This is H1.
H1 with the transportation, what it is Mr. Delaney has an engineer camp, and he gets students from all over, and I always ask, and Mr. Delaney made a concerted effort last year to get as many students as he could from the Vicksburg Warren School District. So that's my question is how many students will be participating from the Vicksburg Warren School District in what, the 30 or 40 students that you have?
so we're going to have 40 students, and they are from across the country. We work very hard in this community to get as many kids as we can. Vicksburg Warren School District and the other local high schools are the only ones that we personally carry the applications to, and work very hard with the counselors. We were not very successful this year. We have 3 kids this year that are going to attend the camp from Vicksburg Warren School District. We had others that filled the applications out that did not turn them in. Ms. Bradley at RCEC, she worked, last year she was our yeoman, but she had kids who filled out, didn't turn it in. This year, Ms. Renee Smith at Vicksburg High School, I think she literally drug 2 kids in, Nick Carson and Marquise Wright. So they're going to attend, and then we have Jackson Strife from RCEC that will be attending. Now, we have 2 other late applications from Vicksburg we moved to the top of our standby list, and we always go to the top of the standby list. We're going to have them fill out all the paperwork, have a bag packed, and be ready, because last year and previous years, we've had students not show up. So last year at 3 o'clock, they're supposed to be there. A girl from Madison did not show. So,
I really do appreciate your effort and make sure that you get as many students as you can from here, and I appreciate you coming. Thank you, sir.
Make a motion we approve,
Oh, please.
make a motion we approve H1.
Let me, can I chime in? I'm almost there, but y'all have to make sure that this is an educational program. The board needs to determine it's an educational program that benefits the school children of the district.
Yes, so we have, we're assuming that's the case. This is the same program we've done in the past.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Got
sir.
the guy.
I make a motion
But
we
that,
approve
that needs to
H1.
be in your motion, in the minutes.
Okay, I make a motion we approve H1 with the understanding that this has an educational benefit for students within our district.
Second.
Moved and properly second. Are there any other questions? Are you ready to vote? All in favor say aye. Opposed, like sign. Motion is approved. We're going to have six. Okay, we're under 6 now.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Pratt. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how we're going to do this, but we're going to have to do the same thing for 16 to make sure that it is for educational program. So somehow we'll go back and add 16 in there.
Got this guy. She wrote it in the.
Okay, cool.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's cool. All right, well, we good. 16,
Number 6.
okay. Only thing, the reason why we put it is because Mr. Pratt's son.
Yes.
So we don't need you, Doc.
Okay.
Unless somebody has some questions. No one has any questions? Is there a motion to approve, where am I, H6?
I make a motion, we approve H6.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second. Are there any questions? Are you ready to vote? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, like sign. Motion is approved. Chief, would you get Mr. Pratt, please? Thank you.
Next one is yours, Dr. 13. Summer learning, oh, same thing. He's on that one too?
I'm sorry, all I got lost.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm mad because I didn't get it.
Is he on 13? Is he on 13 too?
You on 13?
13.
I missed 13.
Yes, sir. H13, that was pulled.
Is it?
On 13, yeah, I gotta go too.
He's on there as well?
I didn't see it. Is it?
Hold on. Tell you what, I know. Looking.
No, he's not on.
Yeah, I didn't see it. So we good?
Yes, sir. If anybody had any questions, it was pulled.
Yeah, it was, Miss
But
Patterson.
you did make note in the minutes that I left for, okay, thank you.
Ms. Patterson, we're at H13.
I didn't ask for it.
Ma'am,
I didn't ask for it.
who pulled H13?
We did, that's one of yours, I wrote down.
I did too.
H13, H24, H32, H30. Someone pulled it.
Federal program.
All right, no one pulled it. I'll make a motion, we approve H13.
Moved and properly second. Are there any other questions? Are you ready to vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. I have
I
lost my.
apologize if
Ma'am?
I apologize.
It
That's
may not
okay.
have been you, I just,
Yeah.
it looked like it was in your column, but,
She did. She
hey,
did.
we approved it.
24, right? H24? We're at H24. Ms. Patterson.
This one is making sure that the dollar amount includes the, fringe benefits and stuff.
Yes, we have a-
14,000,
Yes, ma'am. So with the fringe benefits, it's $16,483.37.
so it goes to 16,000.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, rather than 14.
So it's about $195 extra per person.
Okay. So I make a motion that we approve this at the amount of 16,000,
$483.37.
483.37.
Yes, ma'am.
Second.
Moved and properly second. Are there any other questions? Are you ready to vote? All in favor say aye. Pose like sign. Motion is approved. We're now to H32.
Item H32 and H33 are similar because it's like K through 6 for item 32 and then 7 through 12 for item 33. So what I'm discussing here is the same for both of these.
Okay.
If you notice, the total cost for the program is actually $579,000. What we're basically what we're approving is $579,470. And a payment plan that we pay half of it this year and half of it next year.
How do we do that?
You can do that, it's almost like a lease purchase. DFA, Department of Financial Administration, allows you to do that. It's actually saving us a little money.
Okay,
It's
but
not
the
hitting
only
budget.
problem with it is y'all gotta make sure you
Abs-
put that in the budget for next year.
Absolutely.
But the problem is, it's been, if we approve it now,
Yes,
we're
sir.
signing up for it, we've gotta pay for
We
it
got,
next year.
and we will, absolutely.
And
We
that's-
gotta have textbooks. Gotta have textbooks.
I understand, I mean, I just want to I wanted to make sure that it
I'm
was
not
clear to
following you here, so
everybody
this is
that
H,
32 and
32
33.
and 33.
I just wanna go on record, I hate the new system, just so you know. It's not usable.
If you say that, it's not usable.
It's not usable, it's not user-friendly, a computer, I mean, if a computer person can't use it. Anyway, so I'm trying to figure out where your dollar is. So the point
Okay.
you're trying to make, this is for K-6, or?
This is K6.
Okay, so you're saying on the cover letter, it's saying $327,680. Is that not how much we're approving?
No,
Okay, so we can't have the cover letter say that. Or is that how much we're approving for this year?
that, if you pay for it, what we're committing for this year, per the promissory note, is probably $327,000. But next year, we are also committing another $289,000.
Yeah, so we need to make sure that our motion to approve it, so,
We will have to bring that payment, the second payment, you all have to approve that again.
well, is that in here? We'd approve both of them?
Now, you have to approve the total purchase, then you have to approve us to pay it for this year. When we get ready to pay the
The
second.
total purchase is how much?
Which one?
K-6.
So for K through 6, that promissory note is for $579,470. 50% will be paid, which is $289,735, and then the next fiscal year will be $289,735.
So where did we get $327,680?
There may have been a misprint on the cover page.
Okay. So, I don't, okay. All right, so are we okay with, y'all ready to approve this?
The other item I wanted to bring and
Well,
make sure.
can we approve this one though?
The other item on this letter.
Okay.
That I wanted to make sure that we recognized, if you look on the request, the background information, the last sentence of the first paragraph under background information talks about improving reading skills. That, I'm sure, is a typo, because we're talking math here, just to make sure that we as a board, and I'm assuming, Dr. McGee, that we're improving math skills.
Math skills, yes.
Okay. And not reading skills by purchasing this program.
That's right.
Okay. So, that was the last thing that I had to discuss on this particular item.
Okay, so we can approve K-6 for $579,470 with an expenditure this year of $289,735.
And that's H32.
Oh, I just figured out where the 308 is. If you look under her total cost, The $289,735 doesn't include shipping cost. There's another $37,945 for shipping cost.
So is the amount not 579,470?
That's just for the books.
Right.
But then you have to add in shipping costs.
So yeah, it's two sets, so. we're
I don't
buying
know how y'all
K through
want us to
6,
approve stuff when it's like this.
And then 7 through 20.
Does this have to be approved this bit board meeting?
Yeah, we need to do this.
I'd like to table K6. Table this until someone can give me a document that shows what it's supposed to be. We'll-
And
We'll
7
approve
through
it
12
tonight,
is the
but
same thing.
I'm not, I'm going off what the agenda summary says. The agenda summary says this is for $327,680. Now, is the 327,680, is that with including shipping? No.
Let's
So
add it up.
if we table this, I can put it together.
I need someone to give us the amount, because this is not how we should be doing business.
So you're gonna table 32 and 33, or
Yeah,
just 32?
well, do you have some questions on, is it the same questions on the other one?
Yes, the same thing. It's just the same program for 7 through 12.
We need the total amount that's for this year, and the total amount needs to include shipping. It needs to be the total amount.
All right, so if we table it, I can have,
All right, I make a motion, we table, H32 and H33.
Question, Dr. Beanie, situation when you go out there.
We're about to do it right now.
Is there a second?
Second.
Moved and properly second to table H32 and H33. Are you ready to vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion is approved to table.
And before we move on, Mr. Sturgis, I would like to say that this is an example of attention to detail. It's from the board level down to the lowest level of the district. We have had evidence, and I've only been on the board 6 months, not even that long yet, 5 months. We have had issues with attention to detail. For us as a district, we have got to improve and be accountable to holding ourselves to the highest level of performance, which is what we're looking at. We're looking at we want to be at an A. To go to an A, we have got to improve, and we got to hold each of ourselves accountable. And I'm talking to myself as well, that our work here has been looked at, that we don't have errors such as this in our documentation, so that we as a board, so that are not spending time looking at things that are not directly in helping our students, which is what we should be doing, is looking at helping our students. That's what all of this is about. And as long as we're in the minutia, we can't look ahead and start planning ahead for things. That's all I have to say, Mr. Sturgis. Thank you for allowing me that moment.
Thank you, Ms. Patterson. We appreciate your opinion. We're now down to I-6. Did I?
All right, I-6.
Didn't we do I-2?
I got 6, 7, and 9.
7 and 9.
Did we pull I-2? We did, okay, sorry.
Ms. Patterson pulled 6, 7, and 9. Is that correct, Ms. Patterson?
That is correct.
Okay.
This conference that 6 and 7 both basically deal with the same conference. This is, from what I understand, this is our district, this is the Academies Conference that we go to every year. As a district, and I believe that usually who goes is our superintendent and the academy leaders, is that correct? And some are there community people that go?
There are teachers who go, there's principals who go. It's open to anybody in the district, that's a part of the district, at the high school level or in the district period to go.
Okay. We as a district, and I'm assuming that it's the district leaders as far as the superintendent and the teachers and so forth, will be presenting at the conference. There are different workshops that they will be presenting. There's also some awards that we as a district will be receiving. This conference is in Hawaii. And my recommendation is that we would not include ourselves as board members attending this conference, since this is not something that we would normally do or haven't done in the past. I don't know if everybody, the board members themselves are well aware of this, that we have to have at least 6 hours of continuing training, and by our policy, that's usually provided by the Mississippi State School Board Association, and they provide certificates to that effect. As a new member, I had to have 12 hours. Every new board member has to have 12 hours. So we have a mechanism to obtain our hours of training. So I just think that we as a board member should not participate in these types of training or these types of activities, because we are not involved in the day-to-day stuff. We have to maintain oversight of what's going on in the district, providing strategic leadership to the district, and the Mississippi State Board Association provides that type of leadership training for us to help us to identify the things that we need to do from a strategic standpoint, not in the day-to-day activities of the district. So I make a motion that we approve for, on these two items, that Dr. Holloway is approved for that travel.
There's a motion. Is there a second? Motion dies for lack of second.
My same comment goes to item H,
Aye.
H7. So I guess, my motion was both for 6 and 7. So the last motion, so that died. For item 8 is the same thing. I make a motion that.
We had 6, 7, and 9.
Oh, I pulled the wrong thing.
Aye, 6.
Oh, no, 9, I pulled the right thing. I make the motion for 9 that we not approve that item.
You want to go back to 6 first, though?
Yeah,
since
I'm trying to
I
jump
mean,
it all
unless-
around here.
Unless nobody else makes a motion on it.
Yeah, I make a
We're still on
motion that we
6.
approve.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, first of all, in the past, I mean, we are, the board members have gone to those functions in the past, especially when being recognized. It has been appropriate. It's not like we're sending every board member to represent the district. I think it's appropriate that we did it when we received the Dropout Prevention Award. When we receive those awards, it is appropriate for us to be recognized and for our board members to represent us in those functions. So I make a motion that we approve I-7 and I-9.
Six and seven.
Oh, excuse me, I-6 and I-7.
There's a motion to approve I-6 and I-7. Is there a second? Second. Been moved and properly second. Are there any other questions?
Yes. Dr. Holloway, the conference last year, did we receive awards?
Yes, we received an award.
Were board members present?
Not at that one.
So in this particular conference, we received awards, and board members have not been present at every one.
Ms. Patterson, I think what Mr. Pratt was saying, and please, Mr. Pratt, when I go wrong, stop me.
I'll stop.
He was saying we don't go to every meeting that we receive awards, but we do go to meetings that we receive awards. I've been on this board for 16 years, and out of my 16 years, I can tell you, I just about have been around the world. I was going to places to learn more, to gather more information, to make sure that this school is able to run, as far as the board is concerned, to make sure that the superintendent is who reports to us. We give him feedback or her feedback. In this case, it's a him. Give him feedback because we did have a lady at one time. So I don't think Mr. Pratt was saying it was 100%. I think he was just saying we do participate when we do receive awards. If I'm wrong, Mr. Pratt.
And I'd like to make one other point too, because I think in my experience in the out-of-state travel that I've done for the National School Board Association, we've gone to that function. Our continuing ed credits that we get, and Briggs, you're listening, I think we are missing out by only allowing them to be obtained in the state of Mississippi. It's great to see what other people are doing in the state of Mississippi that are and celebrate those things. I learn from other districts, but I'm gonna just tell you, there's other things other people are doing out there, and I have learned more because once you go to the training that we offer within the state once, I feel like that teacher that taught for 35 years is getting continuing ed each year at the same time on how to classroom management, and she feels like she's done the same thing over and over again. I've learned more going out of state, networking with other districts, talking to other people, and it's been invaluable to do that. And so I think while we shouldn't be sending everyone everywhere, and I don't think we have done that, it is very beneficial. And I hope that Mr. Sturgis will bring back to us, just like we ask our district employees to bring back to us, the things they've learned or experienced while they've been on that travel, to where they can share that with the rest of us, since we weren't able to go.
And Mr. Pratt, if I can make one other point, this isn't uncommon. I've been in other district board members go, and Mr. Sturgis doesn't remember, but I actually met him in 2017 when I think it was RCEC or one of the schools was receiving lighthouse status at a Leader in Me symposium where I was the keynote speaker. You were sitting on the front row with Chad and some other team members from the district.
One of the few times I sit on the front row.
Yeah, you were on the front row, I remember that. But I've had other board members in other districts where I've been superintendent, attend other conferences to gain an understanding of the initiatives that we have.
Are there any other additional questions? If not, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, like sign.
Nay.
Motion is approved. That was for 6 and 7.
Correct.
Ms. Patterson, you have 9.
The same comment. I make a motion that we not approve item I-9.
What is I-9? I didn't write it down. What is that, Ms. Patterson? I'm sorry.
It is District Alternative to Suspension Workshop. Is it still on the agenda?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's it. For you to go to.
Oh, discipline symposium.
Oh. Is that a motion, Ms.
I made a mo-
Patterson?
yeah, I made a
There's a
motion
motion on the
for it not to
floor.
be
Is there a second?
I second
It's been moved and properly second that I-9 be declined. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Yay.
Nay.
Motion is approved.
Actually, it's a motion.
Yeah, 3.
Motion
Coach Steve,
fails.
Motion
The
failed.
motion fails, and then the motion now would be to approve it.
Wait, I'm confused. What happened?
She made a motion to
She made a motion to
disallow.
not approve it.
Not approve
Right.
it, correct,
Oh, now we got to do the opposite.
correct. You need-
Oh, okay, thank you. Ticks of words, I apologize. Lost in the words. Is there a motion to approve on I-9?
Make a motion we approve I-9.
Is there a second? Motion dies for a lack of second. Where are we now? I'm
We
confused.
are, where are we now?
If
We're done with.
I'm sorry.
Do you want to remove from the table, I know y'all held the hunting and fishing bids. Would you like, is this an opportune time, Mr.
Yes.
President, to?
Yes,
to
sir.
get a motion to remove from the table the hunting and fishing bids, and I can take care of those for the people that are here?
Yes,
If
I make a
anybody
motion, we remove from the table F4, wasn't it?
Correct, yes, sir, that's right.
Second.
Moved and properly second. Are there any questions? Are you ready to vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Motion is approved.
Mr. Holloway, Dr. Holloway?
Yes,
Are
sir.
these the only bids that?
Yes, sir,
were
that's-
received?
yes,
Okay.
sir.
Anybody else here got a bid for 16th section? Please negotiate, 16th section leases. Okay. Mr. President, you ready for me to proceed?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
That's right. Good night. You got one? Thank you, sir. All right, the first bid we have is for 16, section 16, 18 north, range 5 east, 16, 18, 5. The bid amount is $17,185.25. That's $17,185.25. The bid is made by Mr. David Smith. There is 10% deposit provided for that bid,
That was $17,185.25.
25 cents.
That's right.
There is a bid, there is a check, certified funds representing just over 10% of the total amount of the bids, 1,718 and 50, 50, it's actually 10%. This bid appears to be in order. And that appears to be the only bid, because the other one has on the outside 16, 14, 1. So that does appear to be the only bid for 16, 18, what did I say, 16, 18, 5? 16, 18, 5.
Is that the current leasing?
That is, and that is the minimum bid that was listed.
Did we
That's
do
out
a
of
minimum per acre on there? Is that?
No, we do a minimum, the existing lease amount.
Gotcha,
So
gotcha.
that, so it doesn't go down.
Okay.
All right, so since there are no other bids, make a motion that we accept the bid for 16T18 R5E for David Smith for $17,185.25.
There is a motion on the floor. Is there a second?
I have a question for you, couple. What's the location of that lease, please?
That's ball ground. If you go, memory serves me correct, if you go to, the road that runs just past ball ground, I wanna say it's Bell Bottom or something
Yeah,
like
Bell
that.
Bottom.
Bell Bottom, you turn and head back to the east, and you go in half a mile or so, and then you hit the 16th section. Mr.
Next
Vice.
to Summerall and,
Correct.
one down the road.
I think it runs up in the hills some. Yes, sir. All right.
Is there a
Okay.
second?
I'll second.
It's been moved and properly second. Are there any other questions? Are you ready to vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Pose like sign. Motion is approved.
Okay. The next one appears to be for 16, 14 north, range 1 east. That's what's marked on the envelope.
1614,
1.
okay.
The bid is in the amount of $12,500, $12,500. Bid is made by Davis Island Land Co. LLC. And That bid has certified funds, 10%. That bid also appears to be in order. I can't talk, appears to be in order. And I think Davis Island is the current leaseholder on that bid. I believe they are, but obviously it appears to be in order, and if you approve it, you can approve it subject to the current leaseholder having the right to match the bid.
That is the minimum bid.
Yeah, that's a good $29 an acre. That's good.
All right, I make a motion, we approve the bid for 16401 RE for $12,500 to Davis Island Land Company LLC, pursuant that they are the bid holder. If not, the bid holder has the option to match. Current bid holder has the option to match.
It's been moved and properly second. Are there any questions? Are you ready to vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Pose like sign. Motion is approved. Is that all we have, Mr. Attorney?
That's all you got on that, Mr. President.
Mr. Attorney, whilst we're,
There weren't three.
We must not have got
That's
any.
all we got.
That's all we got. Yeah, there was not anything on that.
So, let's see.
There was,
We had to pull
28
one.
T 15.
We pulled one back, but that may not have been, you're right, there is one for track 3, South Park, 272 acres. Apparently no bids were
no
received for
bids
that.
were received, so
So you will need a motion to either re-advertise that and open it the next meeting, which probably is the best thing to do, or you could authorize the superintendent to go forward searching for bidders on that. But since you've got another month, I mean, technically these don't start until July the 1st, you could re-advertise and.
Make a motion, we re-advertise the South Park Bowhunter track, section 28 T15 NR4E.
And one question, Mr. Pratt, on that motion, do you want, minimum bid? I don't know if we know why we didn't get a bid on it, but.
I know, look at that acreage and how much
Are
that bid is.
we assuming the minimum bid is what the Secretary of State said?
No, minimum
No.
bid's gonna be what the previous bid was on the property.
Yeah.
That's what,
I say, do we have to list the minimum bid?
you're not required by law, but they oftentimes say it helps you out to
It
get
does.
a minimum bid. Because then you don't get somebody submitting a $10 bid and a bunch of people, that aren't serious bidders.
Looking at this, that's
And
low. We're not making much money. We probably could.
It's 272 acres,
Only 3,000.
and it's only $3,400. So anybody wants a track to go bow hunt, there's a really good spot,
There
300
is.
acres, for $3,440, for 5 years.
I don't know much about that track. I hadn't been all the way down there on that one. But Mr. Green and we can probably,
Get the truck tomorrow.
well, we can, this probably.
I say we still need to leave it the minimum at 3. Let's just see what happens.
Okay.
So my motion is to re-advertise section 28 T15 NR4E, the South Park Bowhunter track, with the minimum required bid of $3,440.
is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved and properly second. Are there any other questions? Are you ready to vote? All in favor say aye. Pose like sign. Motion is approved. Where are we now?
I have no idea.
We are.
RK,
Yes, sir.
No, we're on the claims document.
oh, we're on the claims docket now. Okay, thank you.
And I couldn't find them, I've tried running through the claims docket to see if the items for the textbooks were already on here. Do you know if they are or not?
No, you don't, claims docket items, we gotta pay, those are things that have already been incumbent, you approving us paying the bills, there's no option, so it has not. been-
Okay, the reason why I'm
No,
saying was,
no.
the reason why I had it moved was because there were things that we hadn't approved yet. on the
We
claims
don't pay it
docket. Okay.
until, stuff like that until y'all approve.
Okay. I have a couple of things, Mr. Sturgis, on the
Yes, ma'am.
claims docket, questions or things to point out. From what I understand, Dr. Holloway, on the, there's Claiborne County School and Hines County School on the claims docket for 16th section. From what I understand, this is for payment of shared 16th section. And does this represent all that we owe them?
I got to check on that. We're supposed to swap rosters to find students who live on that shared, and it's based off of how many students live in that shared property, so I'll have to get back to you on that. Like, I
Okay,
can't.
so we may owe them more money?
We may owe them more, they may owe us. It's just.
We may have overpaid.
That's right. So I don't know how, and just full transparency, I don't know how well they've sent us their rosters and we've shared ours to make sure we're sharing that revenue properly.
Okay. Also, I understand that there's a Herf Jones here, the Warren Central High School prepayment invoice for yearbooks. Going forward in the, let me get the year right, 26-27.
Yes.
This'll, in other words, this will be the last year that we will have individual schools. 26, 27, we're going to a district-wide
Yes.
contract.
To get some economy of scale. Mr. Green, I don't know if y'all had that meeting already or not, but they will select next year one that all of the schools will use, so we can hopefully get a better cost on that.
Okay, and it won't be individual schools
Yes.
on
Yes, ma'am.
this. I think that's all I had, Mr. Sturgis.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve the claims docket?
I make a motion we approve the claims docket.
Is there a second?
Second.
Moved and proper second. Are there any other questions? Are you ready to vote? All in favor say aye. Pose like sign. Motion is approved. Are we down to J now?
Okay.
K,
Yes, sir. Okay.
H-I-J-K, school improvement.
We don't have any for this one. We don't have any school improvements, correct, Mr. Green? Because we're done, so. We have policies.
Oh, excuse me. we
Those
didn't
are
do
on
J.
4. I'm assuming that got left over, Doc.
Sir?
1.
J was approved.
There's nothing under 1, so it may be a
Yeah,
duplicate.
yeah, we don't have any.
It's just there to say if you had a report, we would present it.
Correct.
But we're acknowledging nothing changed, so no.
So we're on 2.
Yes, sir, K2, the policy.
Okay, Board, you have a bunch of policies in front of you. I've divided these up into 3 sections. Several of these were holdovers from last month, with the exception of IDCAB, and I'll explain that one a little bit. MDE changed some of the requirements for credit recovery. Used to, as long as you only did it within your 4 years of high school, you could recover credit now. They are requiring you to do that within a calendar year. So if I fail a class this year, I'll have all of next year to make it up. But if I don't do it by then, I don't get to take credit recovery. I have to take the whole credit over. So that change is, it's a recent change, but because we're moving into summer school starting next week, we're asking y'all to suspend your rules and go ahead and make a decision on that one, so that we can be prepared for summer school starting next week.
So this,
All
which
the others
policy
have
is
set
it?
a month.
What policies was this again?
So that is IDCAB. This is the first time y'all have seen that one, but we're asking y'all to suspend your rules to let it sit a month. The other sections are, most of those are changes that occurred within the handbook. That is before y'all is number 3 as well, and that's just for your review this month, and then y'all will approve, give suggestions, changes, and vote on that next month. But most of the second section is just policies that will need to change because of handbook changes.
So IDCAB is the only one you need action on tonight.
No, there's others, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 that were holdover from last month.
Okay, well, let's deal with IDCAB first. How about that?
Yes, sir.
Recovery Credit Program. Are there any questions for anyone? I'll make a motion. Do y'all have any?
No.
Make a motion, we
Do we
approve.
need the motion to suspend the
What?
rules on
Yeah.
this one?
To
To adopt it?
To take up immediately?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought
That's
so.
what I
I
got.
thought he would
If y'all
probably do
let me
that.
drive,
I'm-
In
I can
his,
drive
in his
the car.
motion, yeah, he knows that.
But if y'all won't drive, I'll let y'all drive. I'll make a motion to suspend the rule and approve IDCAB, so we can go into effect immediately.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second. That's K2.
I can't read.
Okay,
this
well,
agenda.
whatever
It's
Brian
here, so
said.
Y'all give me
Something came to.
a computer, I don't
Okay.
know the number.
Um,
I'm looking at it, but I couldn't tell you what number it is.
Okay, no problem. Are there any questions? Are you ready to vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Motion is approved.
And then there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 policies that were presented last month, that y'all need to take action on as well, Mr. Sturgis. So that's CE, GAA, GACK, GAG, and GAHB.
If anyone has any feedback on any of those, we can pull them and discuss them. I think we've had those.
Yes.
Was that also GBABB?
No, that's just under, for review. That one
Okay.
is a new one for this month, and then we'll,
I'm only counting 5 though.
You got
said
CE?
6.
yeah, you're correct, because I had
One,
ID,
two,
CAB in there
Okay,
too.
all right, gotcha.
That was the 6th one.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, okay. I'll make a motion, we approve the policies CE, CAA, GACK, GAG, GAHB.
Correct.
Just, you meant GAA, not CAA, right?
Pardon?
Yes,
GAA.
GAA.
Yes, GAA.
Okay.
GAHB.
No, GAA. You said it.
And that one too, Mr. President.
Oh, and GA.
It's a bunch of Gs.
We gotta
That's
watch your,
6.
yeah, we gotta watch your driving.
G,
You said CAA and not GA.
That's all.
my
I'm
point.
yeah.
Okay,
GA, but okay.
okay,
I'll enunciate myself better.
okay. There's a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Moved and properly second. Are there any other questions? Are you ready to vote? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Motion is approved.
And then the student handbook, that's just for review this month. And we do have school improvement updates in 4, but it's just the demographic data. If y'all have any questions about it, the principals are on. But there are no benchmark updates or anything like that.
Thank you. Oh, does anybody have any questions?
Did we, I'm sorry, Mr. Sturgis, did we cover J? Like J3, J4, J5, J6?
It was in the consent. Yeah, it was in consent.
That's what I thought.
Oh, okay, I'm
Yes,
sorry.
it's in
Yeah.
consent.
Under
Okay,
consent.
great. Thank you.
So we're down to,
Executive,
I make a motion, we go into closed session,
Second.
determine the agenda for executive session.
all in favor? All opposed? Done.
Excuse me.